Finally this week, as a follow-up to our Super Bowl ad feature a fortnight ago, we asked the question this week why the local advertising industry can't create a similar hype at big local sporting events. We were joined a little earlier in the week by Barry Sayer. He's Chief Executive Officer of Continental Outdoor Media. He's got some compelling views on the subject, as well as the relationship between special event advertising and the leverage that digital media can provide.
Why it's become so important for the advertising industry is because I think, as you know, it's always been television's moment. And the advertisements have just got better and better, and I think that the budgets behind the advertisements have just got bigger and bigger. But I think that's now being pushed even further by the fact that, as we know, the US market is extremely sophisticated, people have money, and most people have PVRs. So a lot of television viewing in the US today is not instant and live, it's obviously off PVRs. But the one event that changes all of that is the Super Bowl, because you simply can't record the Super Bowl and watch it later. You've got to be there, you've got to be part of the day. It happens on the first Sunday of February every single year, and the entire nation watches. So on the last count, they had 111 million viewers on Super Bowl day, all watching live. For the first time, they started to stream the Super Bowl onto mobile phone devices, so that just increased the audience even further. So it was a huge opportunity for advertisers, obviously, to reach the entire nation.
After reinventing the Toyota Camry, we decided to keep reinventing. This is the reinvented couch. It also comes in mail. This is the reinvented police officer. He's also a masseuse. This is the reinvented baby. It doesn't poop. It is also a time machine. The reinvented DMV. It's a little nicer. Next! The reinvented blender. It plays Lionel Richie. The reinvented plant. It fights crime. Reinvented curtains. They are made of pizza. This is reinvented rain. It makes you skinny. And this is the reinvented Toyota Camry, available with everything you could possibly want.
Is it a massive brand builder for those brands that choose to spend millions of dollars on a Super Bowl ad, or is it about moving product on the day?
Well, I would say that as they choose to spend $3.5 million for a 30-second spot, which is, you can imagine, over 25 million rand, a 30-second spot. Yeah. So clearly you're being underpaid here. You should overcharge for your time.
But we know this already.
We do, don't we? And the viewers know that, of course. But, you know, you can see the importance of it to them. And I think what's become so important about it to advertisers, again, is that the Super Bowl in itself is a huge football event. But for the ad industry, it's a huge advertising event, because a lot of those brands actually reveal their ad and create their ad just for Super Bowl day. And so it's been this big build-up to what are the ads like.
But it's more than that, though. It's not just the ad on the day. There's an ancillary strategy around it, and there's a huge build-up towards the ad, which is often the culmination. And in that respect, you know, the power of outdoor, the power of digital is having as big an influence as people wait for the expectation.
Yeah, and I'm glad you raised that, because actually that's why my interest has been perked over the whole event, because, as I say, we all concede it was television's day. But what's happened now is that with the research that's been written for quite a while by Nielsen and also McKinsey, they've discovered that the ads that get the most awareness and are the most remembered are those that have actually done a lot of promotion around the advertising and around the event, the day.
So they're promoting the ad to come and not necessarily promoting the product.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I suppose in it they promote the brand as well, or the product, because what they're doing, if you take like one example, the classic M&M's ad, you know, they had M&M statues of these, you know, these pieces of candy. They have all these characters around the pieces of candy, like Mrs. Brown, the chocolate M&M, and so on. So in shopping malls, they'll build like a statue, and then they'll have celebrities arrive, and they'll do a whole promotion around it. So all of that hype is built up before the day, and then on the day, the great commercial is then revealed. And like this year, for example, as corny as it might sound, but Mrs. Brown, the chocolate M&M, It was the first time the nation heard her speak in a TV commercial. Now, it doesn't sound relevant, but it's all fun and it's all what surrounds the day, and it creates
Yeah, I suppose for a candy-loving nation, this is a big moment, eh?
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's spicy. There she is.
So then I said, Mr. Prime Minister, I'm flattered that you love chocolate, but I'm here strictly in a professional. What's wrong with him?
He thinks you're naked.
My shell is brown. It just looks like my milk chocolate is showing.
Why have we not harnessed something similar in South Africa? We don't have a Super Bowl, but we have a comparable event, surely, you know, on the soccer, the rugby, and the cricket front. The advertisers don't seem to have embraced it in the same way. Or have they? I don't know.
No, I think that's a good point, you know, and I think that's, again, why we've become very interested in it, because with this, the research from Nielsen, the research from McKinsey, talking about the fact that if you're going to really get value out of all that money you spend on the TV commercial, take it out to other media, the outdoor promotions. You will have seen that the David Beckham ad, they ran a 150-foot billboard on 34th Street in New York. It was just awesome to couple with the TV ad they ran.
Do you understand me now? It's sometimes I seem a little mad, but don't you know that no life can always be in nature, and when things go wrong I seem a little mad, but I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood.
But also the streaming now onto, you know, smartphones, etc., just takes it into the whole of cyberspace.
Do we have the appetite to do it in this country, do you think?
I think we have the appetite, and I think we do have the events. I mean, we've got wonderful football in this country, which the entire nation subscribes to and gets very excited about. Our rugby is huge, Super Rugby is huge, Tri Nations, all of those things. And perhaps we as the media industry haven't grasped onto this and started to work perhaps with the sports unions and say, hey, there's a huge opportunity here. Let's build up that excitement, building up to the events themselves. You know, our sports events are perhaps running ahead of the media industry right now.
I sense the kernel of a great idea. Barry Sir, Chief Executive, Continental Outdoor, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Jeremy. My pleasure.
Then just leaves me to thank you for watching and to tell you the debate continues 24 hours a day on both Facebook and on Twitter. Goodbye to you.